26th of February, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua. Kitzaveh.
He would crush it with in a machteshes. Could be he does it with his hand, because Rashi says he only took the first drop.
Yeah, I'm thinking if he uses a pestle, it's gonna create a lot of sediment.
If he does just a gentle crushing, he'll just get the first drop out, and that's it.
Right. That must be what it is. He takes it, puts it into the cup, and squeezes it gently.
Or yeah, or even with the using a pestle, right?
I suppose if he just pushes very gently on the pestle, it's
right,
the same thing.
That's Pashtus what it means.
Eino,
Machteshes l'chayra is the pestle, right? Is the crushing instrument.
oh really?
Okay.
The Eino tochanan Berei Chaim. He would not grind them in a mill. Today, Shalo Hayu Bo Shemarim, so that there wouldn't be sediments. Va'achar Shehotzi Tipa Rishonah, and afterwards he extracts the first drop.
No, after he has taken out the first drop, then continue Machnisan
la Rechaim v'tochanan. He puts into a mill and grinds them.
Right.
Baham shemen hasheni pasul lima norah, and the second oil is unfit for the menorah.
But
v'chasher lima nachos, but it is fit for the meal offering.
Right. Almost all the meal offerings, almost all of them were mixed with oil.
As it says, kasis l'maor, crushed for illumination.
Right, it means you need kosis, means just crushed and not more than that, right? More for the light. But velo kosis limenochos. But for the menachos, you didn't need the same level of purity. They just had to be lightly crushed. Even if it was crushed and ground, it was also good for the menachos.
Lahalos ner tamid, to light the lamp continually. Madlik, he would kindle. Ad shetehei shal cheves ola me'e leha, until the flame would rise from it.
Right. By itself. Me'eleha means by itself.
Me'eleha means by itself.
Right. Means it could burn independently.
And ola is to rise.
Right. Oila means to rise. Yes. Lashon aliyah, to go up.
Tamid, continually.
Right.
Kol laila v'laila karui tamid. Each and every night is called continually.
Right. What Rashi's pointing out is that the word tamid can mean continuously, or it can mean continually. So Rashi is telling us that in the sense it's mentioned over here, its meaning is continually and not continuously.
Kamo she'ata omer olas tamid. As you say, a continual ola offering.
Right. It uses the term tamid, and then
Sorry?
it uses the term tamid, but it doesn't mean that there was a continuous offering of the burnt offering of the olah. It means it was done on a regular, continual basis. That's what we.
The Eina ella miyom liyom. When it is only from day to day. V'chein b'minchas chavitin ne'amar tamid. And so too, regarding the daily meal offering of the Kohen Gadol, tamid is said. What is chavitin?
Now, chavitin there was a special kind of meal offering which was made in a pan. I don't know if you're familiar that in Ivrit, a omelette, right? It's called a chavita because it's made in a frying pan.
So it means fried?
Yes, it basically means fried, flat fried.
Flat fried.
Don't eat.
Ella machatisa boker umachatisa ba'arev. And it's only half in the morning and half at night.
Right.
Aval tamid ha'amur belechem hapanim. But the word tamid, which is stated in the context of the bread of surfaces, mi Shabbos l'Shabbos hu, means from Shabbos to Shabbos it is.
Right.
Means, in other words, it's continuously.
Right.
Because it's there all the time.
Correct. Let's see what it says over here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was one important point which I meant to mention. Okay, we'll see the next pasuk. Okay, next pasuk. Meir.
Okay. המועד מחוץ לפרוכת, אשר על העדות יערוך אותו. אהרון ובניו מערב עד ערב, עד בוקר, לפני השם חוקת העולם לדורותם, מאת בני Yisrael. Okay, so in the tent of meeting, outside of the curtain, parochet, which is by the testimony. Okay.
Right, which means it literally means over. It means
Over.
adjacent, which is next to the eidos, means the ark of testimony.
Okay. Aaron and his sons. Let's see.
By the way, it's interesting. It's a singular. It's
Oh.
Aaron or one of his sons.
Oh. Banav is in plural?
Banav is plural, but there's only one person doing it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay, so he will make it in order, Yaroch, I guess, from the evening until the morning, before Hashem, Chukat Olam, it's a eternal law forever. Ladorotam is not forever. For each generation, from the children of Israel.
Right. Meaning that the children of Israel are to provide the olive oil. So they're the ones, the Kohanim are the ones who will actually do the kindling of the menorah, but the olive oil has to be provided from the Bnei Yisrael. It's very interesting why this of all, I mean, there's no special mitzvah. I mean, there is a mitzvah, but it's not mentioned here. The mitzvah of the, let's say, the showbread, which had to be put on the shulchan, or the mitzvah of the ketores, which was put on the mizbach hazov. All of a sudden, you've got over here in the middle of nowhere. We've just finished explaining how to make all the construction of the Mishkan, and now the special big day kahuna, and all of a sudden, in the middle of nowhere, the Torah tells us you got to make sure, you got to command, you shall command the Bnei Yisrael that they should make sure that there's enough oil for lighting the menorah on a continual basis. Okay, and by the way, does Rashi mention it here? Rashi doesn't. The actual mitzvah of lighting the menorah was really mentioned later, not here.
No.
And this is just telling you the fact that the Bnei Yisrael have to bring the oil, they have to, the obligation to bring the oil is for the purpose of that the Kohanim, Aaron and his sons, will light up the menorah on a continual basis. Mamela, you've got to make sure that they have enough oil. Thrust of these two psukim.
Okay, so now Rashi.
Okay.
He says, "May erev ad boker, from evening till the morning. Tain la midata shetehei doleket, may erev ad bi'ad boker." So what tain la, you have to give it, I guess, the menorah.
Midata. Make sure you give a correct measure.
Oh,
that
midata.
burn from evening until morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Shi'aru chachamim chatzilo l'leilei tevet aruchin. Okay, so the rabbis say midata. No, chachamim.
Right? The
Okay.
Chachamim,
So there's a measure of a half a log. Okay. And for the long, well, it's not long, it's the nights of Tevet, which is the middle of winter.
right.
So the nights are long, so need more oil to keep it lit. Okay, v'chein l'chol halelot.
They put in the same amount for all.
Oh, for all night. So even during the summer months, huh?
Right.
Okay.
Actually, Mara says there were different size. There were different size different size wicks. They changed the types of wicks
Ah,
which they had, and some difference between summer and winter.
oh, okay. That's interesting. Okay, the imivater, and if there is leftover, ein bikach klum. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I wonder what they do with it. Okay, well, that it doesn't tell us.
Okay. What do you mean? What was left over?
Yeah, what did they the leftover?
So the mice, they never let it in because they let it. Um, they let it burn till the end.
Oh, okay. So they never
They
extinguished
necessarily
it.
put it out.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see. There's this discussion about that in the Gemara, but okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
New chapter.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, let's continue. Next pasuk. Oh, so by the way, I just want to mention a very important part. If you think about it, where did they get all this oil from?
Merchants.
That's a huge amount of oil. Where did they get it all from?
Merchants.
Sorry?
Merchants.
Merchants.
Yeah, they had all that money.
Sorry?
They had all that money. They had to do something.
Yeah, that they did, that's for sure. They had certainly enough money there. Okay. Because the Mesa, it depends. If it was every night, there's a Ramban actually. The Ramban says they took it out with them from Egypt, all that oil. Which it means there was a huge amount. It could be the opinions who say there was. In fact, they bought it on a regular basis. Obviously, they must have had a delivery of oil every.
Oh, you
The
know,
Ramban says they actually took out this
problem.
amount of oil from Egypt, which is a huge amount.
There's a problem with that. How could they trust the merchants that it would be pure? There'd be that
Right,
one
and it
drop.
costs them more, right?
They couldn't trust that. And how could they collect it themselves in Egypt? You mean during the year that they were not slaves, they were constantly getting oil, collecting oil? I suppose they could be doing that.
I don't know. It's also how did they know they were going to need it? Okay, could be that sort of things.
And that's hundreds of thousands of olives.
What?
It's got to be hundreds of thousands of olives.
Sure.
Each olive gives you one drop.
So I heard on a tape this morning that was interesting. In the time of the Bayis Sheni of the second Beis Hamikdash, there's a Medrash Tanchuma which says that they only lit the menorah once a year.
I thought it was lit every day.
You're right. There was a mitzvah to light it every day, so they just put it out and relit it. But the oil was enough for them for the whole year.
You're losing me.
Sorry?
You lost me.
I'm saying that that means there was a miracle that the oil which they put in the initial for Rosh Hashanah or whatever it was, one time a year, that lasted the entire year.
You mean they didn't put it out each day? They just let it keep burning?
They let it correct.
So what's the
but
big deal about
they put it out and relit it each time in order to fulfill the union of to light it on a constant basis. But otherwise,
you mean they put it out, they relit it without putting more oil in it?
Right, because the oil never got used up.
So what's the big deal about Hanukkah then?
You mean to say, because it was like that the whole time. I hear what you're
Had a
saying.
miracle that it lasted a year. What's the big deal that you have a miracle that lasts 8 days?
Exactly. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, you're asking very good. I don't know.
Plus, my understanding is that the Kohen Gadol had to clean out all the ashes every day.
Right.
So if the oil doesn't burn down, you're not going to have any ashes.
Yeah, okay. But could be if you didn't need it, you didn't need it. I don't know.
All right, should I read?
Yes, please. Pasuk, chapter 28, Pasuk Aleph.
V'ata hakrev elecha es Aharon achicha ve'es banav ito mitoch b'nei Yisrael lechano li Aharon Nadav va'avihu Eleazar Elazar v'i Samar b'nei Aharon. Okay, so you bring near yourself. To yourself. Aaron, your brother, and his sons with him among the children of Israel. That he will be a Kohen to me.
That he should serve, right? Serve as a Kohen to me.
Aaron, Nadav, Avihu, Elazar, and Isamar, the sons of Aaron. Rashi says, Ata hakrev elecha leachar shetigmor meleches ha-mishkan. After you complete the work of the Mishkan. So Hashem is telling Moshe, after you complete the work in the Mishkan, then you bring Aaron and his sons.
Right. Yeah, after you've completed the Mishkan, and said, yeah, now you shall bring near to you, or draw them near, Aaron, your brother, and his sons. Okay, and then it repeats, which seems a little bit redundant. Why does the pasuk need to repeat? Aaron, Nadav, and Avihu, Elazar, and some of the sons of Aaron. We just said, Hakrev elecha es Aaron achicha, ves bonav ito mitoch b'nei Yisrael. So the last words, Aaron, Nadav, Avihu, Elazar, and some of b'nei Aaron, I seem like totally redundant.
Well, it's not redundant because it didn't mention them by name before.
But we don't know who the sons of Aaron are. Well, we have mentioned them before in the Torah.
Well, we know who they are, but when it says his sons, we know that it's plural, but maybe it's only 2 or 3 of them. How do we know it's all 4?
I am wanting to suggest something in the other direction. Only these 4 sons, but no grandsons as of yet. excluded Pinchas.
I see. Well, that's possible.
Yeah.
All right, should I continue? No, there is no more.
There's
Here.
Okay, next pasuk. Pasuk base, Meir.
Wait, okay. Vasita bigdei kodesh laharon achicha lechavod uletiferet. Tafaret. Okay, so let's see. Yasita, and you will make holy clothing for Aaron, your brother. Not glory. Tiferet is splendor. Splendor.
I think that's
Okay. Oh, there's no Rashi on that though.
Yeah, hold on.
So the Kohanim will have special clothing.
Right. It's like a special uniform.
Yes. That should be good.
Yeah. Okay. No Rashi on that. Okay, next Rashi. Pasuk Gimel. Yeah. Meir?
So you
Hello?
want me to do Gimel?
Yeah, because there's no Rashi on base.
Okay, v'atati daber el kol chachmei lev asher leitiv ruach chachma v'yasu et bigdei Aharon l'kadsho l'kachano li. Okay, so you'll speak to all the wise-hearted people, I guess,
Right.
who Leiti Ruach gave spirit.
No. Hashem Milesi, whom I have filled.
Oh, filled, right, Malay, right. I filled with spirit and wisdom, and they will make clothing for Aharon to sanctify him, and he will be a Kohen to me.
Right.
Okay, so l'kadsho l'kachano li.
I should say what does that mean? To sanctify him, to act as a priest for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. L'kadsho l'hachniso b'kahuna al yidei habigadim sheyehei kohen.
That should be a Kohen for me. And Rashi goes on to explain.
Oh, okay. L'shon kahuna
Now,
sherutu. Kahuna is an expression of service, huh?
right.
Oh, okay.
Servitory in Old French.
That's interesting. Okay. So to sanctify me, let's see. To sanctify him, to bring him into the kahuna by means of the garments. That's interesting.
So basically, what we Chazal learn out from here is that the garments were essential for doing the avodah. If the Kohen was not wearing his garments, he was not allowed to do the avodah.
Wow.
And even go one step further, if he did the avodah is not counted at all. Avodah psula. The avodah had to be done whilst wearing the garments.
Okay. Wow.
Okay,
Okay. I think that's it.
right. Okay, we'll stop here. Okay, we
134.
did that. We got up to Pasuk Dalet. Very good.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Very good. Have a good
Tomorrow, actually, I want to
afternoon.
speak about this idea of Chachmei Lev. We'll see. We'll speak about it tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem. Okay.
Okay, very good.
Great. Have a great Koltov.
Thank you,
Okay,
Rabbi.
be well.
Go
Be
ahead.
well, Yechiel. Yishkayak lo too.
Yeah, you feel.
Bye, Yechiel.